Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining me today. It gives me great pleasure to share with you some thoughts on the role of mentoring young men and educators from a leadership perspective. I've had the privilege and honor of teaching boys at both primary and secondary level for a total of 34 years in both South Africa and New Zealand. I've experienced both the state public system as well as independent schooling in both countries. I've been truly blessed to have attended and presented at a number of IBSC AHISA conferences, both nationally, on a regional level, and at an international level. I have been immensely privileged to have traveled widely over the years to observe best practice as far as what is best for boys with regards to mentoring in Scotland, England, Wales, Australia, Canada, United States, New Zealand, Japan, Korea, Thailand, Guam, and South Africa. Furthermore, I completed my Master's in Education in 2017, in which my thesis focused on mentoring of young men to improve behavior, which I will refer to briefly at a later stage. For many of us, especially males, no matter which country we are from, some of us may well have experienced corporal punishment, commonly known as cuts, jacks, the cane, strokes, etc., in our time at school, and felt we survived and are okay. It was banned in South Africa in 1996, though unfortunately it still occurs in some schools. In Australia it was banned in 1985 in government schools, then 2006 in private schools. In the UK it was banned in 1986 in state schools, then in 1998 in England and Wales, and 2000 in Scotland. The exception is the United States. Many states banned corporal punishment in 1986, but as of 2018, corporal punishment is still legal in private schools in every US state except New Jersey, Iowa, and legal in public schools in 19 states and practiced in 15. Mentoring learner behavior in South African schools since the changes in the South African Schools Act of 1996 came with its own particular challenges for educators. There was the need for other discipline strategies to be implemented for the maintenance of positive discipline in the classroom and effective mentoring. The same would apply in schools across the world when those changes were implemented. I know that still being in South Africa in 1996 when it happened, and I was running a boarding house, the boys would normally line up on a Friday afternoon with a number of order marks, and then in some cases, if you had more than a certain number, you would get a smack on the backside. And when the new rules came in, the boys would plead with me and say, Sir, please, can't I have a hiding? And I'd say, sorry guys, I'd love to, but I may not. According to the South African Human Rights Commission, since the removal of corporal punishment in 1996, discipline problems in schools have been exacerbated and educators have struggled to come to terms with other alternative forms of punishment, according to Mukati in 2014. Educators feel powerless on many occasions to exercise their authority and manage their learners' behavior effectively because of ill discipline. Demigrag 2015 states that discipline remains the single most common and pernicious problem that educators face in their day-to-day teaching. The challenges that educators have to face are often as a result of poor parenting skills and absent fathers, particularly in relation to the development of boys, according to Tawani in 2010. This is a huge issue. There is a breakdown of nuclear family, poor male role modeling, or no suitable male role models or mentors. Problems in society such as the lack of living space and amenities and substance abuse, and also the perennial problem of bullies who tease and generally make life difficult for their peers, according to De Wit and Lessing, still continue. These problems are not limited to a South African educational environment, according to Lewis, but of international concern and prevalent amongst many boys, and at their worst, at their early adolescent years, that's 13, 14, in the classroom context. I spent 16 years in New Zealand from 1997 to 2013 and had the opportunity to visit Australia, Scotland and England, to experience and view best practice with regards to what is best for boys, with reference to positive discipline and mentoring. Mentoring by educators of boys is essential, ideally, by good men, if at all possible. Since 2004, at various schools in New Zealand, I implemented the Managing Learning Behaviour system, and all of these schools focused on mentoring with positive discipline and had various forms of recognition, such as commendation and merit. Over the years, the system was amended and improved, and probably the biggest change over the years was the implementation of a positive discipline approach and a reward system. What this entailed was educators issuing merit awards for a variety of activities, which included academics, sport, cultural, and community-based or pastoral. Once a term, the top performing boys, that is those with the most number of merits, are acknowledged in the final assembly with a certificate of merit and a chocolate. Boys always seem to enjoy food. Boys need to feel respected, valued, feel comfortable in their social environment, and nurtured, which will ultimately enhance a positive, disciplined school climate. I make reference to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which was driven by the desire to understand what motivates people. Psychologist Abraham Maslow first introduced this concept in his 1943 paper, A Theory of Human Motivation. This hierarchy suggests that people are motivated to fulfill basic needs before moving on to other needs. Maslow further believed that people possess a set of motivation systems unrelated to rewards or unconscious desires, and he devised a 5-level hierarchy of need, which I'll show to you now, starting with physiological at the bottom: safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. The 4th level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is when individuals feel comfortable with what they have accomplished. This is the esteem level, where there is the need to be competent and recognized, such as through status and level of success. This would link in with the positive discipline approach of Adler, Drakis, Nelson, Lott, Glenn, and others, which, and I quote, the need for encouragement, not just praise, as encouragement notices effort and improvement, not just success, and builds long-term self-esteem and empowerment, 2011. There is no doubt that people appreciate positive reinforcement and acknowledgement as often as possible, which makes them feel good about themselves and want to continue to deliver. This is of particular importance in a classroom scenario as to the relationship between mentor and learner. Mentoring, positive reinforcement, and acknowledgement. The aim is to implement mentoring and positive discipline to modify behavior of the 13 to 14-year-old boys. Why did we focus on the grade 9 boys? We focused on this age group because it is one of the most challenging developmental phases of the grade 9 boys' lives, and they are in need of suitable strategies for positive discipline as per Burke 2009. So how did we do this? Basically, the introduction and implementation of an effective mentoring and positive pastoral care program. So what is pastoral care? The Managing Learning Behaviour program was implemented at Maritzburg College 7 years ago. This system is in the main the pastoral care of the boys through a dedicated mentor, with the aim being to provide a safe, secure, and supportive environment that assists learners in gaining self-respect, appreciating the rights of others, and respecting their surroundings. The system further aims to develop core values, independence, success, and a whole school approach to mentoring and acknowledging and celebrating achievements through a merit award system. It is a partnership of boys, teachers, and parents. As I said previously, we used Maritzburg College as a case study, and as we have referred to the boys, obviously, the educators, and the parents. And I'd now at this point like to show you some statistics from the research that was conducted. If you look carefully at the misconducts, merits, and the actual figures, and you look carefully from 2012 through to 2017, the merits were introduced in 2014. They are in red. And you look at 2014, you look at 2015, the increase, and then it sort of levels out up to 2017. What is of significance interest here is the fact that the number of misconducts dropped significantly in 2014 and sort of remained quite low in comparison to the number of merits that were awarded. Behavior improvement through issuing of positive reinforcement merits. The question asked to the boys, do you think that your behavior improves when you receive positive comments and merits from your teacher? You can look at the statistics there. 78% said yes. Do you think that the mentor system has been a positive initiative for the boys at Maritzburg College? This is the boys' feedback. 71% of them said yes. Would you recommend a similar mentor system to other schools? 69% said yes. For staff, would you recommend a similar system? Remembering, of course, that the staff are also driving the system. 79% of them said yes. The study highlighted the importance of effective management systems that would assist the educator in the classroom. Several theories regarding learner management were explained, and the literature review focused on the need for positive discipline strategies to be employed in the classroom, which would ultimately make for better relationships between the mentor and the learner. The study revealed the following solutions and recommendations: to implement a mentorship program for an managing learning behavior system or program, provide professional development of staff as mentors. Mentors need to be role models. Provide guidance for learners who are also mentors of younger learners in a peer support system. Support of the staff by management is essential. Positive discipline strategies influence outcomes and will reduce discipline occurrences. Statistics to prove this: since the introduction of the mentoring and positive reinforcement strategies, the number of discipline incidents in the classroom has decreased significantly, while the merits increased threefold. Moving forward, it is essential that the board, the principal, and senior management all get behind and support a managing behavior mentor system, as it has the potential to create a pleasurable work environment with a reduction in the number of discipline matters for both the mentor and the mentee. It is essential that the mentor and mentee establish good relationships and that the mentor builds an excellent understanding, rapport, and knowledge of each of their mentees. Furthermore, there is the need for positive discipline strategies to be employed in the classroom by the educator, the mentor, which would ultimately make for better relationships between the educator and the learner.
Yeah.